going on?
We're going on the 401, and to get to the zoo we need to take the Meadowvale exit, which is coming up, which is the next exit. So it's exit number 389. So if you're coming on the 401, take exit 389, which is which is the Toronto Zoo. So we are nearing the exit called Meadowvale Road, exit 389. So once you hit Meadowvale Road, after taking the exit, you have to go north. The zoo is north of the 401 and also north of Shepherd. So we will be going north on Meadowvale. So we are going north on Meadowvale. So while going north on Meadowvale, after taking the exit from the 401, this main intersection that is coming up is Shepherd, which is going east-west, and Meadowvale. We are going north on Meadowvale, and on the right-hand side you'll see a loop for the TTC. That's a loop access hub, or the loop for the TTC. Yeah. From this loop, we'll mention how to use the loop a little later on. So on Meadowvale, you'll see this exit, Toronto Zoo, main entrance parking, TTC buses only. So we're going to take this exit from Meadowvale, and you'll come to a light. At the light, we turn left, and that takes us straight into the parking lot of the zoo. So here's the light, and we are just going to make a left turn over here, and that will take us straight into the parking lot. You go straight into the parking lot of the zoo. And the zoo is at 2000 Meadowvale Road. So we're going right into the parking lot. So when you're entering the parking lot right now, as things stand, so that's the parking lot right in front. So right now as things stand, the gate opens and you just go in. You don't have to pull a ticket. But keep in mind that you have to pay and get a ticket when you exit. So we are not getting any ticket. We just come here and the gate opens there. The gate is opening. And we didn't take any ticket. And now we're going to park. ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ pause है ना?
हाँ. You haven't paused.
Oh, फिर उल्टा मैं कीता है.
Okay, just say it again.
So here's the parking lot, that we parked in. It looks relatively uninhabited by cars because it's the cold weather right now. And we are in parking lot A, which is A for alligator. You see the buses parked there. That's the bus stop. So if you're coming to the zoo by bus, there are 3 buses actually that come here, but you just have to remember 2 numbers. One is 86A, which is a direct bus from Kennedy, and then 85A and B, which comes directly off Shepherd. So if you take the bus, it'll come on Shepherd East and come directly to the zoo. 85A and B are seasonal, but 86A is a regular bus that comes from Kennedy. You can check the routes out on the TTC, which is Toronto Transit Commission website. The other way of getting here by bus is you can take any Shepherd East bus and get off at Meadowvale and Shepherd, major intersection. And then remember the loop that we showed you? There's a loop right there. Stand there and catch any one of these buses. So we are heading towards the entrance of the zoo. There are ticket kiosks here. We'll give you more information about the tickets shortly. So that's the zoo entrance. So we're heading towards the entrance, but a lot of construction going on right now. Not a very pretty entrance at the moment. So here's another view of the entrance, zoo entrance. And on the left hand side is guest relations, you know, which of course where you show your tickets and get into the zoo. And then this little path that leads inside is for membership. We'll also talk about membership in this video. So, but we are going to guest relations to show our tickets and enter. So we've showed our tickets and now we are entering, and this is the entrance to the zoo. Now, a few things you may want to know is that this zoo has plenty of toilets, so don't be afraid, at different locations. So one is right at the entrance, which is also the exit. So this also serves as the exit. So you have a Tim Hortons right here, a cafe, which you can use at the time you enter, or you can also have a coffee and leave. So the road ahead forks into two. Let me come to that. So there's also a Zoomobile within the zoo. If you, a certain level of tickets and memberships give you free access to the Zoomobile. Otherwise, there's also individual tickets that you can purchase. This is right by the entrance and right by Tim Hortons. And this zoo is totally accessible. It has ramps all over the place. And you can also have rentals for accessibilities like wheelchairs and strollers, etc. So the zoo also has an app, and you'll be advised basically to use the app. With the app, you can navigate the zoo very easily. It'll take you right to the animals. It's almost like a GPS for the zoo. So we've come to a point where there are two, forks into two, one side, but we will start the zoo trip by hanging left and going to some pavilions. So we are hanging a left after coming in, and we'll show you also the map shortly as to how we're going to be navigating the zoo. So there are maps all over, but at the entrance you can also pick up a map when you show your tickets. So we took the left fork and we are coming to, two main exhibits. One is this one, Guardians of the Wild, where there is an Indian rhino or a black rhino, and certain pavilions. So we'll show you the animals a little later on in a later video, but right now I just want you to get the layout of the zoo. So as you enter the left fork, there's a rhino exhibition. On this side there are some peacocks, but we are just going to walk on, and one of the first pavilions that comes in is the Malayan wood pavilion. So the rhino that we were talking about, you rarely find this rhino outside. We are lucky to have found him outside today. So here's the rhino. There, he's almost vanished once again into his den. So I showed you one of the first pavilions that you see when you come in is the Malayan Woods Pavilion. And one of the star attractions of this place is a leopard. So these are the pug marks that you follow, in the zoo to find a particular pavilion. So the Malayan Woods Pavilion, the star attraction here is a clouded leopard. So, but we are just showing you the layout of this zoo right now. So again, we are following these marks, which take you to the orangutans basically, which is the next pavilion. So these are pillars on which these orangutans, they walk around, they play around, so to say. So this is the one of another big pavilions, which is called the Indo-Malaya Pavilion. And if you see here outside is a statue of an orangutan. It is Sumatran orangutan, and this is one of the star attractions of this particular pavilion. So just to give you an idea, this is what the pavilion looks from inside. Outside it may be freezing or hot, but inside temperature is regulated to be moist or moisture. with moisture and about 30 degrees.